We have breaking news for you this morning. Authorities are saying a man is dead and a person has now been killed after a reported shooting in Grant County, Minnesota. They say they received a call late last night from Elbow Lake residents who reported that he shot his brother.
Authorities say when they got to the scene, they arrested one man and the victim was pronounced dead. It's an active investigation and there are no further details available at this time. Stick with Valley News Live as this story develops.
A Minnesota community grieving this morning after 3 emergency responders were killed in the line of duty. 2 law enforcement officers and another first responder were shot and killed. It happened early yesterday morning in Burnsville. It's a suburb of Minneapolis.
Authorities say they were responding to a domestic abuse situation involving a man who was barricaded in a home with family members, including 7 children. Officials spent some time negotiating with the suspect before he opened fire, killing the 3 first responders and injuring at least 1 other. Authorities also say that the suspect is dead and the family members were able to leave the home safely.
The Burnsville community coming together for a vigil last night in honor of those 3 emergency responders killed in the line of duty who have now been identified as police officers Paul Elmstrand and Matthew Rouge, as well as firefighter and paramedic Adam Finseth.
We'll have details on this developing story as they come, and we'll have them posted on our VNL News app. You can download and use it for free. Just search VNL News in the App Store today. The verdict is in on the murder trial of a Fergus Falls man. The jury has found 44-year-old Matthew Ecker guilty.
He was charged with second-degree murder in connection with the death of Alexandra Penning of St. Paul. He originally reported that she shot herself in the head. His sentencing is scheduled for March 29th. Time now for a look at our storm team forecast, and we have a beautiful sunrise to segue right on over to meteorologist Lisa Green on our Monday, President's Day. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, I am loving this view this morning. That orange, vibrant orange and red glow along with the yellows there. And we have some clouds to help frame it too in Fargo. And overhead, we've had these high, thin clouds in a lot of spots through the overnight hours, and that's helped to keep us a little milder than our neighbors to the north, where in the north we're more clear and cooler right now. So it's a varying range of temperatures. Right now in Fargo, we're at 25 degrees. Feels a little more like 16 when we factor in that southeasterly wind at 8 miles per hour. Moorhead's at 21. And sunrise, not too long from now, it's going to be 7:25 this morning. And in Grand Forks and East Grand Forks, a nice view here this morning as we're looking westward across the Red River toward downtown Grand Forks. And you can see things are pretty quiet for us too in this area. Looking at temperatures that are in the teens, 16 degrees. Feels more like 9 though, so that's a place where you might want to wear the heavier coat at least for the morning hours. And if you head farther north and east from there, there are some places in the single digits near Lake of the Woods. So again, a range of temperatures. Wind is out of the east-southeast for you at 5 miles per hour in Grand Forks. So a quiet morning. More places in the north are clear. Places in the south have some of those clouds drifting through. We'll still get some sunshine through the clouds here today. And a look at our planner for Fargo. Expect to see temperatures that rise back into the low 40s. Not everybody sees the 40s today, but we'll all likely get at least above freezing by a degree or 2 in the north. And then again in the south, more likely to see some low 40s with some mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. So not bad to kick off the week and your President's Day today. And we'll just keep that rolling throughout the week. We'll see temperatures getting into the 40s. Wednesday especially will be pretty warm. Slight step back Friday for 30s for highs, which is still very mild. And then right back into warm weather this weekend. And to start next week, some changes will be on the way, though, with more active weather starting up for us into next week and toward the end of February. So that's something we'll be watching for. But until then, it's looking beautiful in the forecast.
Wow, yeah, not bad at all. I love it, actually.
Yeah, you really can't beat it.
It should be really nice most days here this week. So enjoy. And again, just know that we don't want to put away our snow shovels just yet.
Right.
Sounds good. Thank you, Lisa. Well, whether you're a downward dog or tree posing, yoga has been used to heal the mind and body, and now maybe combat addiction.
Yeah, really interesting this morning. The Valley Today's Tatum Miller joining us live with the Y12 Recovery Program, focusing on holistic relapse prevention, specifically using yoga techniques. Good morning, Tatum.
Good morning, guys. I am live at Family Wellness with Carla Hensrud Wagner, who leads a Y12SR program, which is an addiction recovery program infused with yoga. So can you tell me a little bit about what you guys do?
So Y12SR stands for Yoga 12-Step Recovery. It is not a 12-step recovery in itself, but is used as an adjunct to 12-step programs in order for people to assist them in recovery. So it is, we actually do like a 12-step meeting, and then we have a yoga class that's themed to kind of what's discussed in the 12-step in the meeting itself.
Awesome. So how does yoga help with this entire process?
So yoga looks at what we call the issues and the tissues, and even 12-step programs talk about that too. It's unprocessed emotions and thoughts and feelings that we have not really wanted to experience, or we don't want to face. And so it actually helps us to process and get them out. So it's usually you feel it in the body where it's tight and everything. So yoga helps to assist in getting rid of that so that you can feel lighter and happier in moving forward in life.
And you've been doing this for a little over a year, right? The Y12SR?
That is correct.
And how long have you been practicing yoga for?
About 14 years.
Amazing. So do you mind showing us maybe one or two moves that you guys do in your classes?
Sure. So we'll actually come down. Simple poses, but not necessarily easy. So just tabletop to child's pose. The breath work, a lot of breath work with it, so that's slower. It makes everything move slower. So you're moving back and forth between tabletop and child's pose sometimes. Moving into downward dog. Something as simple as then stepping into like a low lunge, and then maybe eventually stepping up into what we call mountain pose here, and maybe even going to a balanced tree pose or something like that.
Amazing. I love it. And where can we find your classes?
They are at Soul Solutions Recovery Center, just south of 17th Avenue on 38th. They are open to not just people in recovery, though. They are also open to anybody that has a loved one in recovery.
Awesome. So you guys can join Carla on Mondays at noon to 2. Yes. And I am Tatum Miller live for Valley Today. Back to you guys.
What an incredible live check-in. Thank you so much, Tatum, for this enlightening information this morning. 6:58 here on the Valley Today. Through with Chew Week is now underway. This is a national campaign aimed at decreasing the use of smokeless tobacco. ND Quits is reminding you that help is available.
ND Quits is a statewide program that offers free support and coaching through phone and web programs. For help with quitting smokeless tobacco, visit ndquits.org.
NASCAR fans have now had to wait one more day for the season opener of the Daytona 500. The race was postponed until 4 p.m. today after reports of heavy rain.
Now there's going to be a doubleheader at Daytona International Speedway with the Xfinity Series race starting at 11 a.m. and the 2024 Daytona 500 race following in the afternoon. The forecast for Florida's Daytona Beach is reportedly calling for sunny conditions with a high of 60 degrees and a 1% chance of rain.
Who knew at the end of February we might have a forecast similar to Daytona Beach?
Honestly, yeah.
Not quite the 60s, but wow, what a warm up for us here regionally. Make sure you get out and enjoy that today on your President's Day. Thanks for waking up and joining us this morning.
Take care.